Domain knowledge is becoming increasingly important for a data science and software engineering career, and the most common question that I get is how exactly do I build domain knowledge? In this video, I am going to first discuss why having a domain knowledge or business understanding is important, and in the second part, we'll discuss 3 solid tips that anyone can use to build a domain knowledge. I have many friends who are working as a software engineering manager or a data science department heads in various companies, and these are the folks who are responsible for hiring new people in their team. And one common theme that I'm seeing when I have conversation with them is they are putting more and more focus on domain knowledge or business understanding. By domain, you could be in healthcare domain, finance, or retail domain, but they look for people who have understanding of various concepts in that industry, or they have experience. And the reason they're doing this is because, see, when I started working as a software engineer, I was working in C++, and C++ was hardcore programming. Then after few years, languages like Python, JavaScript became more popular. These are the easy to work with languages. So now you don't need very hardcore skills. You can learn these languages very easily and do your work. We are going one step beyond now. There are low code or no code development tools which are coming in, where you can just simply drag and drop things and it will write code for you, or maybe you do some basic scripting. One of such tool is Zoho Creator. So these tools, low code development tools, is something that can be used by a business manager who doesn't have a computer science degree or who doesn't know programming, and they can write some working software or they can build some data science prototype. Same thing is happening with BI tools. For example, you can build various dashboards using Power BI and you can export it as a mobile app. So when you look at that mobile app on your phone, it looks like this is the app which is created by some React Native developer, but it's being created by a user who do not know much coding. In data science industry, ML ops is becoming popular, and so many things that data scientists do, they're kind of being automated. So now what happens is the requirements for hardcore coding skills are kind of going away. And I'm not saying they're completely going away, but I'm saying like in next 5 or 10 years, like 80% of jobs, they will not require you to have hardcore coding skills, because what will happen is these low code development tools will become more and more better. You will see neural network based approaches where a neural network will be writing some of your code. We have some of the smart code assistance tool coming in, such as GitHub Copilot, or which you can just write a command and it will auto complete the code for you. So you understand why the requirements for hardcore coding skills are kind of getting reduced a little bit, and we are seeing a trend where people value your problem solving skill, your solution design skills, and your business understanding. So now the question is, how do you build this business understanding or domain knowledge? Let's discuss 3 tips that you can use for this. The first one is for people who are just starting their career. Let's say you are a college student, you just got your degree, now you're looking for a job. How do you build a domain knowledge? Well, you can go to a nearby NGO, or you can reach out to some local business, let's say a grocery store next to your home, or maybe your relative has a hospital, okay, and you reach out to them and you say, okay, I can offer my help to you for free, but I can build something for you. You can either build a mobile application, or if they're using any software, they will obviously have data. Maybe you can use some visualization dashboard in Power BI, or you can write some automated scripts in Python that can ease up your life. Now they are getting this help for free. Maybe you have common connection, maybe you are their relative or you know them somehow. So they will be willing to help you. And this way you get a real life project, because in college most of the people work on dummy projects. So when you get that project, when you interact with these folks, you build domain knowledge. Let's say you are building a grocery store application, you will have some understanding on retail if you're building application for your relative who is a doctor, you will get some understanding on healthcare domain. And when you are having interaction with these folks, just try to be very curious. Don't think about code, put your code monkey mind behind and take a genuine interest in their business. Ask a lot of questions. If you don't understand a specific term, do a Google search. Google is your friend, right? Google is your friend. So if I'm working on a healthcare project and if someone says term like HIPAA and I don't know what is HIPAA, well, you go to Google and figure it out. So that is tip number one, which is very useful for people who are new, who have not joined in the industry. Once you start working in any industry, make sure you stick to one domain for some time period. I have seen people who jump around like a monkey. They jump around like a monkey. They spend 1 year in healthcare company. They spend second year in retail company. Now you're not building a solid domain knowledge. When you're changing a job, don't change job just for money. Stick to your domain for few years. At least, let's say if you're in healthcare, spend few years. That way you have a strong knowledge, strong grasping of problems which people face in the healthcare industry. So that's another way of building a strong domain knowledge. And also when you're working in any company, either as a data scientist or as a software engineer, don't just focus on technology too much. Talk to your business manager. Build a strong relationship with those business managers. If it is possible, go on industry trips where you can talk to your end user or end client and understand their pain and how they're using solution which is built by you. So when you have all this conversation, you are again building a domain knowledge. You are thinking from their perspective. I have seen many programmers and data scientists. They are just employee mindset, they just focus on their work. And they are more interested in learning Python or TensorFlow rather than knowing healthcare industry or knowing retail industry. So give some weightage, learn technology. I'm not saying don't do it, but spend significant amount of time in having that curiosity. Why we do this? What is the problem? How is this industry working? What our competitors are doing? Ask those questions, and all you need is a curious mindset. And that's it. And when you work in the industry, when you have all this conversation, you are developing this knowledge which is going to be super useful for your career in the future. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3 is you can do specific courses which focuses on domain and not technology. For example, if you are in finance domain, maybe you can do some course on chartered accountant where you understand the accounting principle. In USA, I have seen people doing this CFA courses. So when you're doing these courses, you are building again a strong knowledge of that domain. If you are becoming a chartered accountant, for example, and I'm not saying, let's say you are a data scientist or programmer, you don't want to go to a college and become chartered accountant, but you can maybe do some short course from some e-learning website. And talking about that course, by the way, I want to announce that I am launching an amazing course which will help you build a domain knowledge as well as data analytics skills in Power BI, and that course is going to be around consumable product goods domain. It will cover aspects of supply chain, finance, marketing, and you will have a lot of practical Power BI knowledge via that course. The course is not ready yet, but it's gonna be ready soon. So check out video description. Check out video description or a pinned comment. Whenever that course is ready, I'm gonna put a link of that. That will help you build a solid business understanding. You will have a lot of fun learning concepts in a fun way, very easy way, So doing these courses is another way to build a domain knowledge. So I hope you found this video useful. Again, to summarize, those 3 tips were: number 1, helping NGOs or relatives or nearby business for free. Second, sticking to one industry for a long time, having a curious mindset, building relationship with business manager, asking them a lot of questions on domain, questions that can help build domain understanding. And the third one is doing courses on domain, not just the technology. Thank you.